This morning, I worked out with my guy, Samir. Samir, we hit legs today, and it was a brutal leg day. Samir is one of those guys who hasn't hit legs in a minute, skipping leg day and everything. So when he stepped into my workout, it's a higher standard, right? I push myself, and when you hang around guys who push themselves and hold higher standards, and it makes you want to do that. It makes you want to push yourself. It makes you reflect on your life. It makes you look at yourself in the mirror and be like, wow, what am I not doing here? And you don't know how many times I've been confronted with that feeling this year. I believe because I can now look at myself in the mirror of somebody else's life and then see the things that I'm doing and I'm actively trying my hardest, I'm okay with how I'm moving. But before, I would numb it. Before, I wouldn't be okay with those feelings. They would be so negative. They would prevent me from actually moving forward because I knew I wasn't doing everything I could. Those feelings either make you or break you. So, when I was working out with Samir and he saw me pushing and the intensity and everything, I noticed his intensity went up when my intensity went up. The Bible says, as iron sharpen iron, but also as rust also promotes more rust. If you're hanging around a bunch of people who are rusty, you're bound to get some rust on you. But if you're hanging around people who are sharp and are iron, bro, you're gonna be sharp. You're gonna be continuously growing because that's the standard in the group. That's the level that it's at. And I'm telling you, this is what is needed. You need to raise your standard if you don't have anybody there. You could watch content online nowadays. Everybody has their stuff out there. You can push yourself. You can make the content. You need to be a creator, not just a consumer. No matter what you're doing, you need to create. I used to consume and wonder why I'm not building anything or wonder why I'm not going anywhere or I felt the way. I'll consume drugs, I consume social media, I consume porn, I consume anything that I could get my hands on to make me feel good. Validation from other people, from girls, from outside exterior sources versus going inside. Putting in the work internally. Making myself level up. Doing the hard thing, waking up early, going to the gym, taking the cold shower, reading the Bible, going to church, eating the clean meal, doing this, doing that, blah, blah, all of it, bro. It all comes down to your internal state of being. If you are actively in a growth state, you're going to be creating by default. A growth state, you're not consuming. Even when you're sitting there and you're learning, so you're kind of consuming in information, that could be seen as dopamine. But you don't just consume the information, you produce from it, you create from it, you make from it. That is the key. I'm about to go and take a class online. It's this mentorship that I got into for freebies, and it's telling me how to help me build my coaching business out, how to create the content, how to build the mindset, etc., etc. All the information's out there. The hard part is implementing, because people are good at consuming things but not implementing the thing. So this is key, bro. This is key, and this is what I'm trying to do for you. Even you watching this video here right now, this is a long-form sit-down talk. This is not flashy. I don't want to talk to the men who need all the flashy things. I want to talk to men who can sit down and focus for 10 minutes and actually extract the information they need and apply it into their life, from learning from my mistakes and my story and everything how I'm living. Because how I'm living now is going to be the reason why I hit my goals 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 3 years from now, a year from now. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Are you? I am. I'm willing to post. I'm willing to put myself out there. I'm willing to talk to the clients, make the sales calls, learn, continuously grow, do whatever it takes. What is your why behind the thing that you are doing? What is your why? For me, it's not only set myself up financially in my future family, but my current family. Seeing my mom, my grandma, my dad, they're all grinding. They're all in this place of scarcity. And I understand that I could be the one to change that. I could be the person that steps into the gap of good and evil, that steps into the gap from scarcity to abundance for my family. Obviously, I'm not just gonna, you know, make my kids spoiled if I have a bunch of money and my parents and everything. Like I'm not just gonna be a pushover, no. But to implement a certain ideology that is going to be passed down, a certain mindset, a certain protector, a certain provider, that sense of being that enables my family to move forward. That is the person I want to be. And I'm going to teach my sons to be the same way. I'm going to teach other men to be the same way. I'm going to teach you that is watching this to be the same way, because we are on the same path. You may be a couple levels behind. You may be a couple levels ahead. It is the same thing though. If you're watching this, you know it because you're resonating with the message. You're resonating. And I'm not speaking to everybody here. I'm speaking to the small percentage of men that can actually sit down, watch a video, take notes, focus, and grow from it. I'm speaking to you like you're my little brother because I care about you. I care about you, and I want to see you grow. I want to see you do good. I want to build a business around impact. I want to make fitness the vehicle of that impact, because that's what I'm good at. I'm athletic, but it wasn't just athletics that served my purpose, bro. It was coming in alignment with God, with business, with fitness, and connecting them all. And then if you can enable that, if I can enable that and work through you, allow the Holy Spirit to come through the phone and spark a fire in your soul to actively move, then that is, I've done my job. I've done my job here. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. If you want to get coaching from me, I'm a fitness coach. Hit me up on the DMs on Instagram. We could talk. We could talk and see if it's a good fit for you. But I'm not going to sit here in front like you need a coach. You don't. It would help, but you don't. You can do this all on your own. All the information I'm telling you is out there. You know what you need to do. You know you need to wake up earlier. You know you need to hit the gym. You know you need to eat clean. You know you need to work on your mindset. You know you need to post the content if you're trying to build a personal brand. You know you need to work on that business, or take the sales calls, or talk to that girl, or make that decision. All of these things you know you need to do. You're procrastinating. You're hesitating. And that's because you've been a consumer, not a producer. You've been brainwashed, just like me, just like my younger self was. And I was thinking I was making forward progress, but I really wasn't. I was stuck. And I'm going to be honest, sometimes it still feels like that. But I know I'm making progress because I am no longer just stagnant. I sometimes feel like I'm running in circles, but I understand I am taking the actions necessary. Before, I wouldn't even get there. I wouldn't get here. I wouldn't be able to post daily on YouTube or on my social media. I wouldn't be able to wake up daily early at the crack of dawn every day. I wouldn't be able to do a morning routine consistently. I would fall off, then go back on. I wouldn't be able to quit the drugs. I would continuously come back. I wouldn't be able to quit the bad habit. I'll continuously come back. I would continuously seek validation from the world, bro. It wasn't until I started seeking validation from God and myself through the daily actions that I'm doing. And that is what is key. I am no longer fearful of judgment. Of course, I feel feelings, but I'm no longer allowing that to box me in. I have the validation from God to post. I have the validation from God to grind. I have the validation from God to continuously push myself and make warriors for His calling. That is what I'm doing. I'm making soldiers. I'm making you into a soldier with this mindset to stand in the gap between good and evil. And I'm giving you actionables, the actionables that you can do right now. Bro, wake up early, hit the gym, stick to a workout routine, tell yourself you're going to do it and stick with it. That's wake up, work out, use a routine, eat clean. That is 4 actionables you can do that will simply change your life already. Now, you have a baseline. Work on your mindset. This is what we're doing right now in this video. You're working on your mindset. That's the 5th actionable. I just gave you 5 actionables that will change your life. You need to apply self-discipline. You need to grow. You need to push. You need to go now. There is no time for waiting. Your family is struggling, right? They're waiting for you. They're waiting for you. Your family is in need of a real man who is going to step up to the plate and serve them to the highest degree. And not only your family, but there's other men around you that you don't even know. They're just simply waiting on you. What about your future children? What about your current children? Bro, you need to continuously push. This is no game. You think you have time, you don't. You think you have time, you don't, bro. I appreciate you for tuning in. I wanted to just speak from the heart here. This is not scripted. This is just a message that I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get out my story. I'm trying to get out my beliefs into the world, because the world needs it. The world needs it. There's weak, soft, docile men everywhere I look. And it blows my mind how men are okay with this. It blows my mind. I'm like, how do you look the way you do? How do you act the way you act when there's clearly a path? There's clearly a path. I'm not special. I just done the work that you're not willing to do. And I understand the people that are in the position that I want to be in business or in relationships or anywhere where I want to improve. It's just actions. That's all it is. I need to take the certain action steps to get there. And that's what I'm doing right now. When I'm filming, when I'm recording, when I'm talking to God, when I'm learning and I'm implementing and I'm applying, bro, that is exactly what I'm doing. But to be stuck in the same 9 to 5 and come home and smoke weed and numb out and watch porn and play video games or just do a bunch of BS, and then, maybe I'm making some decent money, but I'm nowhere near my potential, and I know that. I know that. If you want to be locked and dialed in your mindset, in your habits, in your faith, in your fitness, bro, talk to me. Listen. Watch the content I make. Subscribe. Share with a friend that you know needs this. I appreciate you for tuning in. My name's Aidenhatchett. You can find me on Instagram at aidenhatchett. Talk to me, DM me. They're open. I don't have a bunch of followers right now. I will eventually. I think I have like 150 subs on here or something, and then I have like 1,000, 1,200 subs or followers on Instagram, and then TikTok the same. That's not a lot. I see all my DMs that come through. I'm the main guy that's managing, that's posting. I do everything right now. That is the point, is to build the man. It is supposed to be hard. It is supposed to be hard, and if you're running from the hard work, you're never gonna grow. That's what I got for you, bro. That's what I got for you. I'm here for the long run. I'm still going to be posting, and I'm willing to do as long as it takes and learn whatever I needed to learn to build this business out, to make my dreams a reality. And I'm living at my pop's crib right now. I'm working multiple jobs. Well, I just got let go off of Wingstop for like whatever. We got a new manager. They made some adjustments. So, I was working at Wingstop. I'm still working at a steakhouse. I'm about to find a second job, and we're just going to keep it moving, bro. Like, it's not sweet. It's not supposed to be sweet. It's supposed to be grind mode. It's supposed to be grind season. And you're over there wasting time. Well, why do you think you have time? You don't. Let's move. I'll see you in the next video. Stay up. Stay dangerous. Bye for now, guys.